I want to welcome you all to this year's Summer Stars program. It's the group that we brought together for you today is just phenomenal. They are people that I know, love, and trust, and I can't wait for them to share with you their wisdom that they're bringing to us today. And of course, then there is our fabulous hostess, Rebecca Hall-Greider, who we'll talk about in just a minute. What I love about Summer Stars, do you love summer?
Yes.
Even when it's 104 degrees?
Yes.
Do you love the stars in summer? Have you ever noticed that they seem to be clearer? They seem to be brighter, and they seem to be more shiny than at any other season of the year. And that's what we have today, is those clear, bright, shiny stars who are going to bring some fabulous information to you. And I can't wait for you to hear what they have to say. All right, so let's get this party started. I want to introduce somebody who I have known, and I hate to say how long. It's more than a decade. Yeah, we won't go any further than that. Rebecca started out as my financial advisor, and I actually met her in a small little group called BNI. She was in our group, and from there she became my financial advisor. And then I have followed her and tracked her and stalked her ever since then. We've been very, very close friends, as well as colleagues and client coach and all of that good stuff. She's working on my book, which comes out, can I plug it? October 24th of this year, called No One Stood Up When I Entered the Room, One Woman's Journey from Command to True Leadership, and part of my team's here as well, who helps me with that. So if you want to ask any questions about it, I'd be happy to do that. But we're here about Rebecca. And you may not know, but you see this, well, I guess I don't. Yes, RHG TV network. And there are many people who don't know what the RHG means. Well, it's Rebecca Hall-Greider, of course. But you look at that, you go, what is that? Where did that come from? But it is her name, and she is, the CEO of RHG Media. She's on television. She's on radio. She speaks, and she's a book compiler as well as a book author of her own. And she's just an absolutely phenomenal woman with a heart as big as this world and the universe. She's someone who holds everyone up and keeps us whole. So with that, I'd love you all to stand up and give a rousing applause for Miss Rebecca Hall-Greider.
Woo! What a wonderful way to start the day. Thank you, everyone. So honored to be here with you as we look at Summer Star. And I love how you were saying Summer Stars, and we're coming together, and we all have the opportunity to be stars. There's enough room in that sky for all of us to shine. Agreed? Yes. Good. So today, our mission, should you choose to accept it, is to empower each other and empower ourselves to really bring forward all of who we are, not hold back parts, but bring all of our dimensions forward so we can shine brilliantly and brightly. Do we accept? Yes. We're leaning in? Yes. We're absolutely sure? Yes. Okay, good. We're in the right place. Welcome. So when I think about stars, there's a quote by Les Brown, I don't know if you have heard this, where he talks about that we far too often don't go as far as we can, I'm paraphrasing, because we aim too low and hit it. So let's aim high. It's not that we aim high and miss, it's that we aim low and hit. Les Brown. So today, I want us to set a course to aim high, aim beyond what we can imagine and we can see. And let's hold each other up in that. We're going to become shooting stars. We are in movement, growing, shining, and building each other up. And we've accepted our mission. We're leaning in. So take a breath. Connect in, heart, soul and spirit, ready to receive everything that has been beautifully prepared for you. Because you are not here by accident. You're here on purpose. We've never had this exact gathering in this way, in this group, on this point in your journey before. This is a special moment. This is a special day that we have together to shine and get to know each other and build each other up and share our gifts. And you're going to receive not just from us on the stage, but everyone in the room. You are all brilliant and gifted. You all bring powerful, unique gifts to the world. In fact, you're treasures. And I was reminded of this recently. I haven't shared this publicly, but I lost my grandmother this June. And she was someone that deeply impacted my life. She passed away the night before the launch of our book, Experts to Influencers. And I could feel in her passing her support of all that we're doing. She's the one that taught me how to make these flower pens. She used to give them out as a way to brighten people's days, and she would always tie them into the theme. And one day, I remember I was visiting her and Grandpa, and I saw her making these flower pens, and it dawned on me, this is us. We are each a beautiful, unique flower with our own gifts, our own talents, our own fragrance, our own season, our own color that we bring to the beautiful garden of life. But sometimes we forget our beauty. Sometimes it's easier to see it in another rather than in ourselves. So we shrink back a little bit. What I'd love for us to do is take a moment and lift up your flower pens. I'm going to look around the room. See the diversity, the colors, each one of them lovingly made on purpose with blessings to the person that will receive them. I always know the right flower will go to the right person. And as you're lifting these, imagine this as a garden of life that we're all getting to contribute and be part of. Now, if a few of those flowers drop down, notice we still occupy the same space, but the garden became less vibrant. We all miss out when we shrink back and don't share our gifts and our talents. So as we're looking to accept our mission of shining, of stepping forward, of sharing, I want you to remember that the person holding that pen is just as beautiful and needed and unique. And you not only have the opportunity to share the gift of who you are, but I believe a responsibility, because there's no one else just like you. You are needed. You are a treasure, as my grandmother would say. So remember to care for yourself as a treasure, to share yourself as a rich treasure and gifts and talents that you're bringing to the world. I'm going to say this over and over because we forget and we shrink back and we overanalyze and we get caught up in our head. So we're going to encourage you to release the filter. I claim this as your space, safe to grow, to stretch, to not overanalyze everything that's being shared. This is a safe space to stretch your wings. Try to share a little bit more than you shared before. Can we hold each other in that way? Okay. Perfection is overrated. Okay, not allowed in this room. It's about connection, not perfection. Can we claim that? Receive that? Really, really? Okay, I saw a little bit of hesitancy. So good. Well, I want to run through a few things to let you know, to support you for today, but also let you know some of what's coming as we bring forward all of our beautiful stars that Linda shared about. So one, we're going to be celebrating our book and amazing authors for our Expert Influencer Series, Leadership Edition. Can we have our authors stand that are in the room? Wonderful. Wonderful. Number 1, international best-selling authors in multiple categories and countries. Wonderful. Congratulations. We're excited to have you with us. Beautiful. To get everything out of today, to fully serve and support you, claim today is yours. Because you said yes. You said yes when we sent out the announcement you registered. You said yes when I sent the confirmation. You said yes when I sent the reminder. And you said yes yet again by physically coming and being here today. So let's make that final yes for you of choosing to be here, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Can we do that? It's critical to our mission. Okay, great. To support you in that, I'm going to take a moment and help clear some distractions, because we can set that intention, but it's really easy to have things pull at us. So I want to walk us through an exercise to release some of those things, as well as give you some tools of if those things try to creep back into our time, what you can do with them. Does that sound good? Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Good, good. So take a moment and breathe. Breath is so important. Wonderful. Go ahead and stand carefully. Move around a little bit. Say if the camera's on me, you're fine. We'll get pictures later. Yeah, no, you're good. Move around a little. Okay, good. Okay, take a breath in through the nose. See how big you can make your belly? Bigger, okay. Out through your mouth like through a straw. Take another breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Like through a straw. Great. Go ahead and close your eyes. Just see what's pulling at you. Wanting your attention, the to-do list, something that happened before you came, the things you're going to be doing tomorrow. Don't let tomorrow rob you from today. Okay? Gather all of those things lovingly, and let's put them into a star-shaped box. Ooh, one more. Put them in. Put some tissue paper over them, hold them in place, and we'll quickly put a lid on. Okay? And there's tiny little air holes in the lid so we're not suffocating anything, but they're contained. And boxes are kind of heavy, so we're going to need to take a big breath because we're going to remove this from the room with breath. So you ready? On the count of 3, it's collective. 1, 2. Okay. Out the door, across the lobby, across the parking lot, all the way to the mall. They will be air-conditioned, food, and entertainment. They are in good care. You know where to get them at the end of the day. So let's close our eyes again. Take another breath. See if anything else is pulling at you, wanting your attention. Grab those remaining distractions, and let's put them into a beautiful blue bag. Shiny blue bag, because it's about shining today. Shiny blue bag. Lovingly gather them. And then let's put that shiny, sparkly tissue paper on top. Lovingly tie the handles. And with a big breath, we're going to remove them from the room. You're pros at this now. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. Out the room. Keep breathing, across the lobby, across the parking lot, all the way to the mall. It's like a circular journey. So keep breathing. Okay, great job. Go ahead and come back into the room and have a seat. Now we've created some beautiful space. I hope that feels good. Some focus. But what can happen when we create a space like that, it can be a little bit like a vacuum. or we're just going to pour in stuff. So I'd love to give you some mindsets, some things that you can use to receive information in a way that serves. Is that okay to do? Give them permission? Okay, good. Because it's your space, I want to honor what will serve. Great. So I marked a couple of quotes I wanted to share with you today. And this is from our book that we released a couple years ago, Empowering You, Transforming Lives. It's a 365 daily inspiration book. And actually, many of the authors are in the room. Can I have our authors stand that were part of this? I know. Linda, yeah. Wonderful. Mm-hmm. Yes. Beautiful. So get to know this table. Fabulous. Thank you. And there's an inspiration for each day. And here's a couple of things that spoke to me as I was getting ready for today. And this is by Zig Ziglar. You were designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. Oprah shares, you become what you believe. Are you willing to believe the seeds of greatness are in you? Today, look for evidence to prove that to be true. That the seeds of greatness are in you, and you get to plant the seeds of greatness all around you. And this is speaking to action, so I want you to look for action. What are steps you can take today? You cannot afford to live in potential for the rest of your life. At some point, you have to unleash the potential and make your move. Eric Thomas. Let's look for ways that we can make our move, that we can step forward in our potential, that we can shine. Be actively on the lookout today. So looking for the seeds of greatness, and what are steps you can take, a move you can make, starting today. And I was blessed to have 4 grandmothers. And one of them is my feisty Italian grandmother, Grandma Tina, who I'm so grateful is still with us. Feisty, powerful. She's compressed big. That's what my dad calls her, compressed big. Little package, but boy, really powerful, right? When grandma's entered the room. And Grandma, when Grandpa passed away, she stayed with us for a while. She lived with us for a while. And it was a really, really special time for me. I was in high school. And high school is an interesting journey. I was painfully shy. Could barely say my name in front of people, just painfully shy. And I loved Grandma. I admired her so much. And during this time where Grandpa's passed away, she's figuring out where she starts and stops in life. And I watched that journey, and she and I used to go on walks together. We'd do Bible studies together, mani-pedicures, watch old movies together. We just had a lot of time together, and I got to know her as a woman. But she had this habit that made me uncomfortable. And if she could just change this habit, I would be more comfortable, and she would be behaving more appropriately in my mind as a teenager. Have we ever felt this way about somebody we love? Am I alone? Okay. And it's really difficult to confront somebody that you love, right? And share something that's been laid on your heart to do. And I had this moment, I had this opportunity. And this is where this behavior would take place. It was in the grocery store. Now, I mentioned Italian grandmother, right? So something that's really important with Italian meals is the bread, right? The bread needs to be just right. It can't be too crunchy. It can't be like soggy. It's got to be firm. It has to be just right. And she took great pride in making sure it was the right kind of bread. So I knew what was going to happen if we went to the grocery store. And painfully shy, right? I mentioned that a couple times. I was painfully shy. So we go to the grocery store, and I'd feel the stress kind of rise in me because I knew what was happening. I knew it was going to happen when we got to that bread aisle. Crunch. I can't believe they're serving this. What are they thinking? She kind of tosses it that way. I try to put it back properly where it's supposed to be. Crunch, squish. What are they doing? What are they thinking here? And she's tossing this, and I'm getting horrified. This is not our bread. We shouldn't be going around squishing bread that doesn't belong to us. And we should be putting it back exactly where it belongs. Those are the rules. And so I'm softly trying to feel the bread and find the proper one that'll pass. And we finally get the right bread. It felt like forever. All 5 minutes of this experience felt like forever. We get to the front of the room, and I know this is my moment, the front of the store. We're about to check out. There's a quiet space. I need to inform Grandma this isn't okay. And I know you want to do these things right when the behavior has happened and it's fresh in everyone's mind. Pulled my courage up. And I go, Grandma, I need to talk with you about something. She fully turns all her power and energy to me. Yes, and it felt like, ooh, I could feel the heat rising a little bit. I go, Grandma, we can't go around squishing other people's bread. It's not our bread. And I was, in all sincerity, very concerned someone didn't teach her this. I don't know what happened, but we can't do this anymore. And all the energy shifted, and it was like the compressed big got even bigger. And I could only capture some of it by putting my hand on my hip. It was like that kind of energy. She didn't have to do that to pull that energy. And she looks at me, she goes, what are they gonna do? I'm the grandma. I thought, well, she's not getting the message. We just need to leave. Retreat, leave, exit the store. I look back at that moment, and she taught me a powerful lesson. And I looked at how it echoed through every step of her life of finding where she stopped and started. She didn't wait for permission. She was grandma. She was going to figure out what that meant, who that was, where she started and stopped now that she was no longer a we, but she was grandma. She learned how to line dance. She got a silver sports car, went 25. And I love that she embraced life fully and was courageous enough to not wait for somebody to define it for her or share how you're supposed to handle or not handle bread. And I'm so thankful for that lesson. And she's impacted multiple generations. You go to any one of our dinners, you do this, they will finish the sentence. What are you going to do? I'm that, and they will claim that space. So they're very animated meals, as you may guess. And I love it. And I want us, as we are stepping forward and we're shining, if you're waiting for permission granted, this is your time. Let's shine. Let's share. Let's figure out where we start and stop. Let's discover that. Let's be courageous about how bright can we shine? How many people can we reach? How do I want to show up? And guess what? It's okay to find out, I don't think I want to do that again. That's okay. Now we know. Then we get up and we try again and we try something else. Let's learn. Let's discover where we start and stop. Can we do that? I want to embody this. We're gonna do an activity. So we're sure we're ready? We got it? Yeah. Okay, stand up. Great. Okay. So let's get our wrists warmed up. No wrist injuries. Move around, because you might want to use your hips in this activity. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, good. So here's what we're going to do. On the count of 3, we're going to go, What are they going to do? I'm the, and you say your name, not grandma, okay? Ready? On the count of 3, What are they going to do? I'm the. Okay, let's try that again. Let's do the other hip, other wrist. 1, 2, 3. What are they going to do? Okay, now you're ready. This is a double wrist one. Bring all the power. 1, 2, 3. What are they going to do? Ooh, nice. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead and sit down. We are ready. And I've talked about being willing to share authentically and transparently without overanalyzing. And I also have a phrase to help us do that. Because what happens sometimes, and this can happen on our stage, our speakers, when you stand up, you're going to get an opportunity to introduce yourselves. We can sometimes say the opposite of what we mean. And then we start this other dialogue in our head. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I said that. They're not going to believe anything that I said. Oh, I can't believe that. And suddenly we're like way back here in our mind. Our body might still be there, speaking or doing whatever it's doing. But what can stop that in its tracks and help us stay fully present, fully connected, is creating a safe environment and reminding ourselves in those moments, we're beautiful. We cared enough about making the connection from our heart. We were willing to be imperfect. We were willing to be perfect in our imperfections and share that and be vulnerable, authentic, and real. Isn't that beautiful? So when those moments happen, not if, I want us to say a magic phrase. Who knows the phrase? Well, we have that phrase too. Which applies. But we have another phrase. We're adding multiple phrases to our framework. Linda.
So beautiful.
That's right. You are so beautiful. Right? And when you say it, you make eye contact. And when somebody says that to you, you receive it. You don't just brush it off. They just got a good angle. They just got a good moment. They don't really know. If they only knew how quick those things crop up. So be willing to quiet those voices. Really take in that gift that is being shared with you. Have beauty that is being seen in you. Can we do that? Okay, I want to practice this. Again, these are muscles we're building. So, trip.
You are so beautiful.
Thank you. Do you notice I stepped in? I smiled, I leaned. There was no brushing that off. And I received. In fact, it felt so good. I think I'm going to, oh my goodness, I tore my document.
Oh, you are so beautiful.
Ooh, I like the volume over here. I'm going to come over to this side. And let's practice this with each other. Okay? It's interesting when you're doing many to one and receiving that, it becomes more intimate when it's one-on-one and you're connecting with each other, making eye contact. So I want to encourage you, find someone at your table, and you can even do a three-way here if we need to. It's all good. So you might want to back up a little bit, though, so you don't get dizzy there. But I want you to make eye contact and mean it from your heart. You are so beautiful. And pause and receive that. Return the favor. Find a new buddy. And men, you are beautiful in these moments too. Go ahead. Let's find another buddy on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Make eye contact.
You are so beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to do 3 because that's my favorite number. So on the count of 3, send extra love. Stretch out that so they feel it from the bottom of your toes, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You are so beautiful. Wonderful. Now, did you feel the energy rise? Smiles, I hear laughter, I love it. We can shift energy just like that, remembering our beauty and reminding others of their beauty too. Great. Now we're going to be sharing a lot of content, a lot of information. We also will have activities to help you process and receive what's being shared. But sometimes it can feel like a lot that you're taking in, and so I wanted to give you a tool that can help you become present in your body and really take in what's being shared. Okay? Put one hand on your heart. Put the second hand over it. I know. We'll do that later. Take a breath. This helps bring you present. Kind of tuning into the beat of your heart, your body, and spirit. The other thing you can do, and this is going to be interesting because I don't have a chair up here, which is okay. No one needs to get a chair. But you have to imagine me sitting in a chair. Can we do that? Sure. Okay. So, take your hands, stick them out front, and then do this. So you flip them across, lay them on your heart, and then lightly cross at the ankles, sitting in your chair. So this is where it gets interesting. Putting both feet on the floor, lightly crossing your ankles. This activates your right and left part of your brain, which can help calm you, bring you present, and help you receive. So throughout the day, if you're ever feeling heavy or your mind's racing or having trouble absorbing, these are some things you can do to really become centered, grounded, and receive information. Okay? And as a great clue to speakers, if we suddenly see everyone doing this, we might want to pause for a moment and give ourselves, everyone, a moment to process and receive, or stand and move around a little bit. So just some things that we can together enjoy the journey of today and all that it'll bring. And then the final tool that I want us to have, our mindset to support us on our journey today, is what I call ta-da. Because today is about shining. It's about being seen. And those of you who have joined us before are familiar with this story. Many of you are new. And I want us to have a common culture as we go through our journey together today. And so I'm Rebecca Hall-Greider. I like lists. I shared that today. I love chocolate. And I love cats. And I do love shoes as well. Thank you. I love many things. Flowers, etc. And there was one cat I had, Nina, who taught me a really interesting lesson about being seen. Now, Nina really liked to kind of be invisible. She would do this and think she was invisible, like you couldn't see her. Right? And as long as she watched you and didn't move, she was safe. That was Nina. And she was kind of shy. But not when it came to entering a room. Nina would prance to the entrance of a room and then just stop and wait to be seen and wait. And if you didn't acknowledge her, you didn't see her because she was kind of silent and stealthy, she would chirp. She didn't meow, she would chirp. Like, I'm here. And I said, oh, hi, Nina, great to see you. And then she'd go about her cat business and everything was cool. She did this every time she entered a room, and I found it fascinating. And then I became curious. Have any of you done that? Like you watch a behavior and they're like, I wonder what that feels like. So I decided to try it out. Now, I work from home, and my husband has an early shift, so he'll get home kind of mid-afternoon, and he doesn't quite know what he's walking into. Some days I'm wearing everything sparkly I own because it was that kind of a day. Other times I'm wearing a cowgirl hat, some boots. Or I'm wearing what I woke up in, and I have the facial thing going on. That's not his favorite day to come home. So he never quite knows, but he's gotten kind of used to the flow, so he's mellow in his response. So I thought, I'm going to channel the Nina energy. So what I did is I waited till Andrew was settled downstairs. My office is upstairs. Andrew's my husband, so he settled downstairs. And I snuck down. I was looking good. I dolled myself all up. No green facial, full makeup. And I came stealthily down the stairs. And I draped myself near the entrance of the living room. And he's busy doing things and doesn't notice me. He's very focused. So I thought, what we need to do? And so I kept staying and waiting. You know, your arm gets tired after a while when you're waiting. So I go, ahem. And he goes, hi, honey. Not quite the response I was looking for. So I thought he needed a little prompting or training. So I go, don't I look good? He's like, yeah, honey, you look great. So I thought we need to practice a little more. And I tried to not have a pattern and kind of get this going. What I didn't expect, and it was fun, by the way, it was fun. I didn't know it was contagious. One day, he comes up the stairs, cologne on, all dolled up. He likes hats, so he had on a fancy hat. And I didn't notice him because I was very focused. And he comes in, I hear this, and he doesn't go, he like knocks. And I look up, and he goes, and I go like, hey, you know, he goes like that, the head nod. Hey. I go, hi, honey. He goes, don't I look good? It became really fun. And I thought, what if I showed up for myself like that? What if I greeted the day on purpose and decided to shine? And so we did that. I would come to the mirror in the morning, especially in one of those days that you're dragging a little bit. Have anyone ever had those days? Not today, though, right? No, but we've had those days. And I go to the mirror and I go, ta-da! I have arrived. The day may begin. And I started laughing. And I greeted that day on purpose, powerfully with fun, and it was an amazing day. So we can channel this. We can bring this forward. We can bring that to energy. And I want you to look for moments throughout our day-to-day to show up, to be seen. For instance, we have this beautiful step and repeat with a red carpet that you could channel your Tada energy and have a picture taken. We'll have opportunities throughout today when people want to take pictures and share them out on social media. Who loves getting their picture taken? Oh, we have a few. So I'm assuming, so become buddies with these that love getting their picture taken. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what I've noticed about picture taking is we do the duck away. Has anyone done the duck away? You see the camera coming and you do this, or you kind of try to turn her. What do? They take their picture anyway. Right. The duck away pictures never look good. Never, never. And then you know what they do with those duck away pictures? They post them, and they'll tag things, and then they get shared out even more. So what I've learned is lean in, smile, channel that Tada energy, and greet that camera on purpose. Smile, bring that Tada energy. When you have that moment and the microphone comes to you and you're not sure what to say, what do? Now we can do bigger than that. This is about shining. What do we do? Ta-da! Oh, I love it. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's stand up. We're going to get this going too. All these interactive pieces helps build our muscle memory. It starts to become part of us on a cellular level. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to prance. We're going to build our prancing muscles. Nina's about showing off a little bit. So where's our prancing? Where Nina's prance? I want to see the prancing with pride. Okay, ready? And what do? Ta-da! Okay, beautiful. Let's prance again a little bit. Another room we're entering. And let's get ready, and they don't notice us. What do? Ta-da! Even bigger. Okay, now, 2 hands. We're going to make this count. Bring all your ta-da energy. And I know you can bring it. I've heard. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Beautiful. You are ready for today. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Go ahead and have a seat. And see how the energy rose again? I love that, love that. Beautiful. So let's take a moment, breathe, and feel in. So we've created room and space. We've brought in some activities and tools to support us throughout the day. So let's have a focus for the day. So take a breath, put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, bringing you all in. Mind, body, soul, and spirit. Close your eyes. You're safe. And I can see if you don't. And in this space, what is it that you need today? Might be a little different than what you thought you were signing up for, what you thought you needed. What is it that you need today? Real time, and are willing to receive because you have choice. See if that shifts the information a little bit. What you need and are willing to receive. Beautiful. Receive that information, come back into the room fully present, and take a moment and write it down. Let's start co-creating this. Let's bring it forward. Keep it top of mind. What is it that you need today and are willing to receive? And here's the extra credit bonus opportunity. Who likes extra credit bonuses? Okay, we got a few of us in the room. Okay, good, good. So extra credit bonus opportunity, be unattached to how. In fact, be looking to be surprised in the wonderful way that need may be met, in a way you never imagined. It wasn't even your sphere of thinking that that need could be met in that wonderful way. Be willing to be surprised and open to receiving what it is that you need today. What I'd like to do is just to take a moment, further that connection. And let's do it by standing. We've been sitting for a little while, so let's stand. And take a moment, close your eyes, you're safe. Learn to close the eyes after we stand, not before. So put the hands on the heart. And I want you to think about, lift up the intention that you shared. Hold it in your heart. Breathe it in deeply, and then breathe it out into the room. Picture it mixing with everybody's beautiful intentions, creating a beautiful, I call it a soup, but it's a breathable soup. These things marinate together a little bit. Keep breathing. And then breathe them in. Now the mixed intentions are community intentions, each individual being lifted up. Hold them in your heart. Send them love and support and encouragement. And breathe them back out into the room. Further mixing. And let's take our arms and scoop, a big scoop with both arms as we breathe it in. And hug and hold these intentions in our hearts. Hearts are very expandable. And then out into the room. Beautiful. And this is us mingling together, holding each other's intentions purposely as a community. And so throughout the day, if you're ever feeling a little disconnected, take a scoop, bring it in. Beautiful. And these travel as well, so when you, at the end of the day, you can always take a couple of scoops to go. Okay? We want to keep the intentions going, the connection going. Beautiful.
I have done this for many, many years with Rebecca. And I've missed one, which was the last one. And this one here, I will remember it when I was on stage, and I'm one of those crybabies. Because if it's in me and it's in my heart, it comes out. And I have to share it. Rebecca has always told me to lean in. And when I lean in, I don't know what I'm leaning for, but I know that if I don't, I will be hunted and I wouldn't have that opportunity. So I lean. And then I look back at her and say, now what? Then she tells me what I'm doing. I've written 3 chapters in her books. I've been on this stage many times, and I support all that come through those doors. And I do it from a loving heart.
Are you a speaker looking to reach more people with your message? You have a global vision that you want to touch the world and make a global difference. If so, I have an amazing opportunity for you. It's called the Speaker Talent Search. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. You'll find all the details, but here are the highlights. With one application process, you get clarity on your message. You get to fine-tune how you want to reach the world. Then you'll have everything ready in one place for the opportunities when they come. Second, we select you as a finalist. You get to come in and audition with a 7-minute audition, open up the door to hundreds of speaking opportunities. I hope you lean in. I hope you say yes. We would love to hear your message. Help you touch the world powerfully. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your powerful message.